Okay, so we're gonna get our acceleration here with the Titan. Oh yeah. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the all-new Nissan Titan Platinum Reserve. Before we get in this video though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Tim Daly Nissan here in Murray, Utah for giving me some time with this truck. I'm going to include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for Jeff. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 5.6 liter V8 that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 15 around town and then 20 on the highway, with power outputs being 400 horsepower and then 413 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go to the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, it's got the normal Titan hood where it's kind of raised there in the center and then also off to either side. We've got these fancy daytime running lights here with the headlights. I think it all looks pretty cool. And then look at the coloration on the grille trim. That also looks really nice. Got the Nissan logo front and center with a camera below the logo. Parking sensors down below with tow hooks, and then you guys can see the fog lights. And when you put it all together, the Platinum Reserve definitely is a cool looking truck. Coming on the side here, our tire wheel setup is 275, 60, 20 in the front and over in the rear as well. And then you guys can see the design on the wheels and the coloration. I think it's pretty cool with kind of like the silver finish, and then like in the center, it's kind of more of like a satin finish. I don't know. It looks good. We've got these body painted fender flares here, and then you guys can see with the little mud flap action Titan logo. And then we do have these fixed side steps here. We've got chrome on the mirrors and then also on the door handles as well. And then here's our full side view on the Platinum Reserve. You guys can see once you pull everything together, it looks good. So here's a key fob for the Platinum Reserve. You guys can see we've got our unlock function or lock function, remote start, Nissan logo. You know, pretty straightforward. Now with the tailgate, it is dampened, so it'll slow lower down. Now we have 1,310 pounds of payload capacity, and then you guys can see already protected, and same thing there. We do have an outlet. It's kind of hard to see because the snow is just blowing up the camera filter. And then you guys can see here with the bed rails as well, and so pretty dang practical. Now lifting this up, not too bad. Pretty cool looking taillights here on the Platinum Reserve, and then you guys can see here with like the giant plaque, pretty cool looking with all of the badges. We do have parking sensors there, and then the receiver hitch at the bottom. Towing capacity is about 10,000 pounds. And then when you put it all together, I think that this is a pretty snazzy looking pickup truck. And then this is where the money goes with the Platinum Reserve. You guys can see really nice leather trim here on the door panel, and look at the wood trim down below. And then you still have the protection here at the bottom, which is pretty cool. I love the different textures. So you got like a cowhide texture there, and then also here at the top, but then notice smoother texture at the perforated leather, and then also on these sides as well. So it definitely leads to a unique looking seat. And then underneath, you got storage space. You got those to make it so that this has a flat loading floor. Legroom back here is fantastic. Got a little storage pocket. We got some cup holders here in the back as well. And then you guys can see down below with the vents, heated seats in the back, and some charging ports. And then headroom's also solid back here. And then you guys can see we have a cup holder armrest. Now with the front door panel, you guys can see really nice leather trim yet again, and then the wood trim down below. All of our window controls, front two are automatic. We got a door lock and unlock, mirror adjustment. The mirrors do power fold in, memory seats, and then blind spot monitoring with the mirror. Front seat has that nice cowhide texture again at the top. Notice the Titan logo there, and then perforated leather all down the center. And then we do have all of our power adjustments on the side, and then notice it says Platinum Reserve. So we got this to turn on the outlet. That's for the cargo light, and then you guys can see with the light control, and then notice for the fog light as well. Nice wood trim, and then steering wheel power adjustable. So here's our steering wheel, really nice leather trim all around, and then you guys can see like the brown stitching. This looks pretty cool. We do have adaptive cruise control, and then you guys can see their voice command volume controls, as well as some controls for the center stack on top of that. And then we have our turn signal windshield wiper stock, and then column shifter here. Notice plus and minus there, so you can shift the gears yourself. And then you do have a tow haul mode as well. So here is the gauge cluster. You guys can see mostly analog. We do have a screen there in the center which we can use to scroll through some different bits of info on the truck. Pretty standard stuff. And then this is like your drive line depiction, so it lets us know that right now we're in two-wheel drive, for example. And then here's the camera system. So we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. And then you can see the bird's eye view as well, which is awesome. And then if I put it into park and then press the camera function, it'll pull on the front camera and then like side camera view. Now that's the rest of the infotainment system. Pretty easy to use. Overall response time with this I think is pretty solid, and I like that you have shortcut buttons so that it kind of adds to the practicality and just makes it, again, overall easier to use. And I'm glad that we also have analog buttons at the bottom. Now we do have dual zone climate controls here with the Platinum Reserve, and then you guys can see we've got our stability control button, parking sensors, hazard lights. That's for the safety tech, and then that's your heated steering wheel button. And then we do have a little charging port right there. Got our orange stop start button here, and then our drive line select. This does have two-wheel drive 4-wheel high and 4-wheel low. And then got some trailer brake controls here, more USB action, and then we have heated and cooled seats for the front. So we've got like our phone storage here, a couple cup holders, more storage here on the side, and then really nice looking center console. Again, beautiful leather trim here on the top, Platinum Reserve, plaque in the center, and then you guys can see good storage space inside of that. More nice leather trim here on the dash, and then you guys can see down below, and then it says Platinum Reserve again, and then with the glove box, yeah, pretty solid. And then up top we got a sunglass holder here, and then you guys can see we do have a power sliding rear window, and then this particular one does not have a sunroof. So this particular Platinum Reserve stickers for about $65,000 after all options. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood. Both the mirrors, just do have blind spot monitoring. And through the rest of the rear, and let's set off. So setting off in the Platinum Reserve, and you know, this is obviously Nissan's like full-on luxury truck, and because of how Nissan has things priced out, you basically can choose between this and a Pro 4X for about the same amount of money. So like, do you go for the nicer interior or the off-road capabilities? And you know, hopefully I'll be able to answer that by the end of this video. But first off, I will say these seats are very comfortable. Like the leather on them, very soft. The cushioning also very good as well. So they've done a good job on the seats. I think that is definitely a big plus. Good power out of the V8. That's for sure. Smooth too. Yeah, so solid with the acceleration there, just partial. We'll get a real acceleration a little bit later in the video. But yeah, I really like how this drives, and I actually can't see all the gauges. Oh, can I not move the steering wheel down? Oh, I was gonna say, is the steering wheel not moving down? I guess just took a second. There we go. Now I can see the gauges a little bit better there. And this definitely drives more like an old school pickup truck. Still has leaf springs and, you know, body on frame construction, all that. And most other pickup trucks still use body on frame, but as we go towards more and more EVs, we'll see more and more unibody pickup trucks most likely. But yeah, good power, and it's actually pretty comfortable despite the fact that this, again, kind of has more of like an old school feel to it. It's still a very comfortable vehicle to drive. And so like, yeah, if you were daily driving this, like no complaints whatsoever. And we'll see how this does over the train tracks with the suspension. I'm actually curious to see if this rides any different compared to the Pro 4X. So far I'm not really noticing a big difference, but you know, maybe the shocks will handle a little bit differently because the Pro 4X has Bilsteins. This does not. Seems like about the same, to be honest, on road at least. So it doesn't seem like there's a huge difference with the shocks. Okay, so we're gonna get our acceleration here with the Titan. Oh yeah, super smooth. Gotta love that V8 sound too, and the V8 power, like all of it, really good. This thing just moves, that is for sure. So summing things up here at the Platinum Reserve and talking about, you know, what you should get. So I think this truck looks pretty good on the outside. Interior is really nice, actually, especially the seats. That's the high point, right? I think that Nissan kind of, you know, put the money where it needed to be put, aka, you know, making the seats as comfortable as possible, and some of the other touch points like the center console and everything. But yeah, I think it's a good luxury truck. That being said, though, me personally, I'm gonna go with the Pro 4X. I think the Pro 4X looks a little bit cooler, and although it technically isn't as luxurious, I don't think that, you know, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think that people buy trucks like this to get like luxury. I feel like you buy this because it's super reliable, and it's not as expensive as, you know, a lot of other brand new pickup trucks. And, you know, then you're gonna probably use it for pickup truck things. And something like the Pro 4X is gonna be better at pickup truck things because, well, it's got that off-road capability, so you can take it hunting and all that kind of stuff, whatever you want to do with it, right? So that's just my take on it. Let me know what you guys think about the Platinum Reserve, and long live the V8s, because V8s are so cool. Like, you know what, like, don't get me wrong, you know, I think some of the, you know, twin turbo technology and turbocharged technology in general is coming along quite well, especially in pickup trucks, but like, you just can't beat a good old-fashioned naturally aspirated V8 in terms of reliability and then power delivery as well. That's all. That's gonna sum things up with our video on this Platinum Reserve. Again, a huge shout out and thanks to the Tim Daly Nissan here in Murray, Utah for giving me some time with this truck. Check out the info in the description down below. I'll see you.